Hi everyone, this is Mr. Data, and today I wanted to start a new series for Skyblock Neo Network. Now, we're going to start off these first couple episodes. They are going to be a lot of the basics that you may need. They'll be helpful for all you new players out there, but a couple things may be helpful to some of the veteran players as well. So I do ask, comment below for some of the things you'd want to see, and I will put in the work and we'll get you a tutorial put together for that as well. That is how I find most of what we need, is through comments. So let's hop into it. First things first, how do you log in? All right, so here we are on my Java account. So if you're Java, this is how you'll do it. If you're Bedrock, I'll show you in just a second. We're gonna hop over here to multiplayer and go to add server. Select a server name. You can name it whatever you want to. I'm just gonna name it Neo Network so I don't get lost. All right, and we're gonna say from here it is just neocubist.com, and then we hit done. And there we go, it has created it. Now then we hop in here to log in. Now it's going to request that you add in some recommended resource files. Definitely add them, it'll save you a lot of time. All right, so there we go, it is adding those now, and we're going to hop over to Bedrock super quick to show you how to do that as well. All right, here we are on Bedrock. Now don't tell Data Girl, but we did hop into one of her accounts to do this. So we're going to hit play. We're going to go to servers here. Now you'll see all the standard servers, but we can come down here to the bottom and hit add server. You can again name the server whatever you want to, but the IP address and the port number will be a little bit different here. So we're going to type in bedrock.neocubist.com and then just verify that your port is 19132. And then we're going to hit save so we can use it later. We're going to click here and join. And that is it from the Bedrock side. Now, let's hop into what are the first things that you're going to want to do when you start the server. All right, so here we are. So we're going to hop in and you can select to do either Survival SMP, Skyblock, or very soon you'll be able to do prisons, which according to Neo's recent live, it should be the end of October or maybe beginning of November. So we'll have to wait and see, but I'm going to do Skyblock. So I'm just going to click on him. Now I did create an island here earlier when I was testing. So I'm going to actually do /delete. Oh, whoops. Let's go to island. And where is it? Island region. All right, so we're gonna go back to spawn now. So when you first log in, you'll be logged in at just the main area. You get a couple different things that you can pick from. You can, of course, you can explore and all that good stuff, but honestly, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is come over here to /island. So let's do that, /island. And then I'm going to just regen this to show you, but there we go. So you can pick from a lot of different islands here. They're really neat. I highly recommend check them out. Do something that you never thought you'd do. There's a lot of really neat things here. But at the end of the day, frankly, they're not going to matter too much. Do whichever one you want. The Penguin Island is pretty funny. It doesn't have any useful resources though. But if you want to do something, a little bit hardcore, you've got the one block island. And that's pretty neat too. So I'm going to do the large warped island because that sounds pretty neat. And yeah, I want to regen the island, that's fine. So here we go. Now I'm going to type in, oh, it's teleporting me, my bad. I need to just wait. Okay, so now it has teleported me over to my island. Now I am going to hop over to my settings though. And I think I want to reduce, let's see here. Nope. Yeah, well, let's do it there. That's okay. That's okay. Here we go. Enable chat messages. That's fine. Camera shake. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we can't adjust the chat size. That's a bummer because that's huge. Oh, here we go. GUI modifier. So I want to reduce that a ton because it's just too big. It is way too big. So let's exit out of here. There we go. That is a lot more manageable. It's not taking up so much of my screen, but anyways, so we hop in here to our island. A couple things you're going to do. Now, when you see this, you've got your basic commands here. you may want to keep these, you may want to delete these. It's up to you. But if you want to change all the settings on your island, you can go to /island. And from here, we can pop over. I do highly recommend check all these out. Check them out. But for now, we're going to look at island settings and a couple different things you can do. Mob spawn, this doesn't really matter too much. You're going to want mobs to spawn on your island, but there are no violent mobs or anything, hostile mobs that you have to worry about. Leaf decay, totally up to you. Change weather, I do really like this one because if you're going to do a lot of fishing, which is obviously a big part of the meta this season, you can turn on raining, which raining for vanilla Minecraft actually increases the amount of how fast you catch fish. But at the same time, it makes for a bit of a depressing island. So there's that. But I'm going to set mine because I want it to be bright and sunny all the time. Enderman Grief does not matter. Liquid Flow, if you mess with this, it will mess with your cobble gens, so you probably don't want to do too much with that. Fire Spread, turn that off. Definitely turn that off. The help holograms, you can turn those on or off. I recommend if you're new, you might want to leave them there because they'll tell you a lot of the basic commands that you need. Although we've got duplicates, so I'm going to turn that on and off. Yeah, there we go. If we go back to the main island, it'll take it off. Also, we've got our Lucky Block hologram, which is also helpful, but a couple things you'll want, like that. I don't know why that's floating over there. So I'm going to come up here and I want to put it right here in this corner. All I would do is I would type in is set lucky block. There we go. And I have now moved it. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is go to /kits. And since I was testing, I did already use this one, but you get your first free kit every 48 hours. You don't have to do anything for it. You get it for free. Looks like this one gave us a nice little chest. And so whenever you're hitting this lucky block, make sure to hit it every hour, break it every hour, and do it with an axe because it's faster. But the reason you want to do that, well, looks like I've already used it up. So it says 10 of 10 because of the previous island. But every time that we do that, it will actually increase the amount of rewards that we can get and the quality of those rewards that we can get. So super, super useful. But for now, I'm going to put this all up. Now, we're going to do a lot more videos to go with this, just to give you a lot of the things you're going to need. We're going to go over the different island upgrades that you're going to want to shoot for first. Depending on your playstyle, those can change. We'll go over pets, Dboss, all that good stuff. But for now, main things you want to know is that if we set is public, I have now made my island public so that others can come and visit my island. Another thing you're going to do here is you're going to go to, instead of is settings, just go to settings. So a lot of times in chat, there's just so much information and you may not want that. For instance, I don't really care about envoys that much. I don't really care that much about the competition titles. I do want XP farm messages, global boosters, those are nice. Bounty messages, I don't really care. Community goals, sure. Feet drops, this is nice to have. Koth messages, I'm never gonna really do Koth, and the same thing with Meteor. Vote messages, I remember to vote, so I'm not gonna do that. And the rest of these are okay. So the next thing that you want to do when you hop in is you're going to want to type in /vote. So when you do this, you'll see that when you click here, chat will give you a link right here. Whoops. Chat will give you a link that if you type that link in, you can vote on 5 different sites. Now, when you vote on all those different sites, you get a couple of rewards. First thing is, at tier 1, at the first 5 votes, you get tier 1. Which then you can also start to get vote streaks, which a lot of people, the first thing they asked when they open up the server is, how do I get fly? How do I get fly? Well, here it is. You vote for 8 days. So once you vote for 8 days, you can get a $5 Buycraft gift card. And that is enough to get you, if we go to /buy, that is enough to get you fly. So we can look at that here, get all the different prices. Grind pass, there's a lot of good stuff here. But fly is going to be one of the things you're going to want first, frankly. And it is $3.99, and you get a $5 gift card just for playing for 8 days. Actually, you don't even have to play for the 8 days, but you just need to vote for all 5 links for 8 days. And then you get your free fly. Very, very nice to have. Now, the next thing you're going to want to know is if you type in IS Bank, then from here, you can withdraw money, deposit XP, withdraw XP, and then deposit your island sky coins. Now, to upgrade your island, you have to deposit your island sky coins. But keep in mind, once you deposit them, you can never pull them back out. Now, why would you want to do that? Because if we go to IS upgrades, then here we can see a lot of really great upgrades. Now, I'm going to go over these here in depth in a future video, so stay tuned for that. But there's a lot of really great ones here, and you're absolutely going to want those. So the next things that you're going to want to work towards, and we'll do another video on this, but type in /masteries, and then honestly decide which route you want to go. I highly recommend fishing. It's not my favorite personally, but you can make a ton of money doing that right now. I personally like mining though, because these mining masteries, we can hover over them and see if we do stone tier mastery. If we get that to mastery tier 6, we will triple the sell price of our stone, which is still not much. But what you really want is that super furnace recipe. It is amazing. But also, if you keep going here, like coal mastery, if you get this to tier 6, you have a 50% chance that when you open an egg, you'll receive an additional legendary pet egg. That is amazing. That is huge, guys. Tier 7, you get a 25% increased drop rate of pet eggs. Also massive. There's a lot of huge things like this. Like if you want to fight Dboss, you're going to want to get in-stone mastery, because it's going to make it so you take 20% less damage in the Dboss arena. You get extra fragments and so on. So check all these out. And all of these have their own different bonuses and whatnot. Like for instance, if we go to farming mastery, let's see, there we go. So wheat mastery, you can get a super seed back. Now, if you want to see how to build all these and like what all they do, you want to hop over here to crafting, and we're going to click this view recipes icon, and then we can go to all recipes, and then you can just hover over each one to see what it is actually going to get you. Now, these 3 items are going to be the things you're going to want to focus on first, and we'll talk about those in future videos. But just hover over each one of these, see what they'll get you. And if you guys do need any help in game and whatnot, we have a wonderful group of mods and helpers with Neo Network. Also, please comment on the video below on things that you'd like to see in the future. This was just the first entry level video. There will be a lot more to come, and we'll dive a lot deeper into it. One thing I did want to mention before we go though, is that before you start adding a bunch of people to your island and you mess yourself up there, please wait for, should be our next video. Please wait for our next video so I can show you what you want to look out for there. Because adding people to your island doesn't just mean getting an extra pair of hands. It increases the price of absolutely everything. So keep an eye out. But I'm going to wrap this one up here. So my name is Mr. Data. And again, please comment below what you would like to see in the future, and we will get to it. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.